Well, good morning, YouTube. Well, good afternoon, YouTube. And good morning again, YouTube. We got a little problem here this morning. Something has been digging, trying to get up under the chicken coop. And got muddy paw prints all over the egg box and chewed the siding up on the bottom. So something has made a mess. And around the other side, done the same thing. Tried to dig up under here. So, guess that's today's project. What we're looking at here is what used to be a cornfield. See the corn stalks? And this is going to be my new hayfield. Corn no more. But we've got to turn this cornfield into a hayfield. Used to be cornfield. So what I've done is let it grow all year this year. And it don't look that bad, actually. From a vantage point on top of this tractor. From out there at the road, it looks like a mess. Like a field full of weeds. Like whoever's farming it now don't know what they're doing. But I'm letting it rest. And I'm going to bush hog it. And I may let it rest some more. And I may bush hog it again. But we are going to bush hog it because we got to get rid of these corn stalks. If we can almost bale it for hay now. But if we do, it's going to have a lot of corn stalks in the hay. And I don't want that. I don't want to mow corn stalks with my hay mower. So we're going to bush hog it. There's a few weeds out here, not bad. But we're going to take it one step at a time. And what's out here now has come out to be some pretty good grass. There's a lot of crabgrass in here, which grows in this part of the world because my garden is full of it. If my garden was a hayfield, I'd be in good shape. You can't get rid of that stuff. But I don't mind. I used to not want to do that for hay. It makes good pasture, you know. And I used to think that it didn't make good hay. But actually, I think it does. It's just difficult to make hay with it. But the flip side to that is it makes a lot of hay. So now this is just a wild crabgrass. It's not Red River crabgrass or nothing that's been planted in here. But now this is not crabgrass. This is hay. And this field is plumb full of it. And it's going to seed. And I ain't planted nothing yet. I ain't even started. But we're gonna turn a cornfield into a hay field. See the corn? We don't want this in our hay bale. I wish I would have come out here and bush hogged this earlier this year. And I could probably be baling hay off of it right now. But it's not very thick. There's a lot of there's some weeds out here, but a lot of good grass out here, but it's not very thick. So it wouldn't make a whole lot anyway. But I wanted all this to rot. I wanted the ground to rest. I wanted the earthworms to come back. And I wanted Mother Nature to do her thing first before we get out here and do man's thing. So here we are. Step one of the journey. Let's get after it. We're out here in my cornfield now. So, we used to be a cornfield. The cornfield that we're turning into a hayfield. So, we were out here with the bush hog, and I started bush hogging it, and I thought, man, sure is a lot of good hay out here. Of course, my plan was to let it grow, bush hog it, let it grow, bush hog it, kind of let everything go to seed. But it's going faster than, the process is going faster than I thought it would. So, we have a lot of crabgrass coming up out here, which is okay. That makes good hay, you know. I mean, some people don't want it, don't like it, but it's not good horse hay. But and this is Timothy, I guess, Timothy or a millet. And this field is full of it. Now that's like a foxtail. So that's like a foxtail millet. And I mean, this field is full of it. And it's going to seed. Thank goodness. So, the good Lord has provided us some hay here. And some sunshine. And when they give you sunshine, make hay. We're gonna make some hay today. At least cut some. So yeah, I made a couple rounds with the bush hog, and there was a lot of weeds kind of in the middle of the field. So I bush hogged that part. And then the part that was good hay, we're gonna cut for hay. So we're not cutting the whole farm for hay, but the part that's weeds and everything, we'll have to do something with it later on, you know, either disc it up or plow it up or spray it, and we're gonna have to plant. So I'm gonna plant something in here with all this crabgrass. I don't know, may plant more crabgrass. I'd like to put may just mix some fescue and orchard grass in with it. So it's gonna be a good hayfield. Let's get after it. There's some of the best hay out here than is any of my hayfields that I've cut this year. And nobody planted any of this. It just came up in a cornfield after we quit putting corn on. There's some weeds up in there. That's the part we bush hogged. I didn't cut it because it ain't hardly nothing growing out there. But this back here is nice. don't know if it's because it was in the shade or if the corn probably didn't do good around the tree line because of the trees. But the crabgrass sure did good. That's solid crabgrass right there. I wouldn't mind if this whole field was in crabgrass. That'd make a good hay field. This middle section here, we're gonna plant the whole field, but especially, you know, this middle section needs it more than anything. A couple pieces of poke salad out here, but it ain't just a couple. Just a couple. We gotta mow it one way or the other. Get this hay off of here, that way we can get a no-till drill in here to plant this fall. We're gonna turn this into a good hay field. Look how thick it is. That's mostly crabgrass that came up wild. That's some millet. It just blows my mind what came up out here. And we hadn't even done anything to this field yet. We hadn't even started on it. It just blows me away what's growing out here. I've planted crabgrass before. Not here, but I don't know. May plant some more. What do y'all think? You think fescue and orchard grass or crabgrass? Heck, it looks like it. Timothy and millet stuff does pretty good mixed in with crabgrass. You would think eventually the crabgrass has got to take over anything else you put out there with it. You would think. But there's a field not far from here that is planted in a couple fields that are planted in crabgrass, and they make good hay off of them every year. So I don't know, the birds may have brought the seed over here from those hay fields. They're just kind of up the road a little piece, but maybe where this came from, it may have just spread because someone local in the area planted some. I don't know. But I gotta plant the part of this field that ain't, you know, is in bad shape. It's gotta be sowed down in something. So what do y'all think? You think plant crabgrass or plant fescue and orchard grass? Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments.